But yeah, that's very true. With the way that console development works, it takes them so long to like custom make the. I'm not gonna roll here because this is the same save point. Or wait, is it? I guess it's not, is it? So I guess I should roll here. Which is probably good because everyone's dead and I can't revive them. So hopefully we get some new team members. But yeah, it takes them so long to get the graphics cards and whatnot actually into the console that they probably won't change it between now and then. But then, like, what? Is it just going to be super worse than what we could see on PC? Because I don't know. PC stuff just goes so fast nowadays. It's like next month we'll have a better GPU that we could buy. Just feels like consoles feel slow now and out of date, which sucks. Being a console fan is rough. But on the other side of that coin, the PS4 has been out for how long now? And I still think it looks just as good as what my PC can do. Granted, I don't have the greatest PC ever. Certainly if I went and bought a crazy good GPU and everything, it would look better. But like, I'm not sad with the way the PS4 looks. I think the PS4 looks great still. So I don't think the PS5 is going to look like bad or anything. Yeah. Like, that's why I love the PS4 so much, is that it's very much like a PC. It's super easy to get in there and upgrade the storage, at least. Unfortunately, you can't upgrade anything else, but upgrade the storage. You know, the menus feel like a PC. The updates are, you know, common and quick. So we're getting closer and closer to consoles being more like PCs that just run games, which is fine by me. But yeah, like the PS4 Pro looks fantastic. I have like a mid to mid-high range PC, and I don't see a difference with the naked eye. If I were to really look at it, my PC might look slightly better than my PS4 Pro if I'm playing like Monster Hunter or something. But like, to the naked eye, the PS4 Pro still looks great. And it's still, I don't look at it and go, ew. And it's been out for 5 years. So I don't think the PS5 is going to be like, wow, this looks terrible or anything. Okay, let's see who we get. We got Barrett and Yuffie. Well, actually, we can't keep Barrett, so let me rethink this. Oops. I guess Barrett will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in that case, we got shoot. In that case, we keep the same party. Oh no. That's not good. That's not good. Rune Blade. It's not bad. Can I get something that's not the Gatling gun? Enemy launcher. Not bad, I guess. And Dragon Claw. I'll take that. Another Iron Bangle? What is the matter with my freaking armor rolls? Platinum Bangle. Titan Bangle. Look at this. Are you kidding me? Good God. Great. A star pendant. Water ring. And gem ring. Okay, real talk. Cloud needs some help. Also, why did I start on like an empty block? Did you see that? That was weird. Cloud needs some real help here. $15 is fire. 36 is Odin. That's not the worst pull. 5 is poison. 30 is luck plus. And 22 is death blow. That's not the best. 16 is added effect. Oh boy. 7 is mystify. So I can actually confuse with my attacks. That's not terrible. It's kind of a lucky draw. Alexander, that's not bad. Ramu's not bad. Enemy skill, okay, okay. Too bad he's dead. Counterattack. And all. Barrier. Transform. Chocomog yet again. Always gotta get Chocomog. For some reason. Neo Bahamut and Magic Plus. I'm okay with this. And Kajata. And Comet. And MP Turbo, but it's not connected. But holy crap, Tifa is stacked and also has no HP. Crap. I also have no healing. I have 0 healing. No limit healing, no restore, no revive, nothing. This is an absolute disaster. Luckily there's no boss here, so all I gotta do is run. And running I will do, because this is a terrible draw. Oh, that's right, I have enemy skill. But Barrett's dead. If we could get a revive on Barrett, we'd be fine. Ah, crap. I can't escape from this either. Odin! What's up, bad friend? Hey, I did this on ×3. I can do it on ×2. But it might take a couple tries. Wow. I don't know how I got hit there. Definitely looked good to me. What's up, Final? Death, you suck at this. Big words coming from a guy that has noob in his name. Nice. Run! Okay. We're good. We made it. Man, I wish I could keep this Tifa, though. Even though she has no health, she is, like, incredibly stacked. I could probably just one-shot whatever I want with Neo Bahamut. Zack the Hedgehog. You faker. Fake hedgehog. I think I should start like a new speedrun category for ×2. This game runs so well in ×2. Everything feels like so fluid. There's only a few things that are annoying. And ladders can soft lock you. I love when they just say ... cloud because it says ... chaos. They're just like, chaos? What's going on? I have no idea if I'm gonna do the weapons. Because if I get a bad roll, then I kind of just can't do them. So I guess when we beat the game, I'll just do like one final roll. Or maybe when I get to the final checkpoint, that'll be my final roll. Final save point, rather. And then if I can beat the weapons with that, then we're good. And if we can't, then we won't beat them. What was the biggest plot twist when you first played this game? Well, the cloud reveal, the helmet reveal, is supposed to be the biggest plot twist. It's the climax of the game. I don't know if it affected me as much when I was a kid, though. I feel like the Eris scene probably affected me more as a kid than the helmet thing, because I wasn't old enough yet to really understand all the inclinations of the helmet scene. So I feel like, because like the Eris death scene is something we can all like see and be like, wow. But the helmet scene's a little more complicated. But the helmet scene is supposed to be the climax and is probably the biggest plot twist. The Eris death scene, if you really think about it, isn't really a plot twist because it's supposed to happen. But I guess at the time you don't really know that, so yeah, I guess you could call it a plot twist. But yeah, I think as a kid probably Eris, but as an adult the helmet scene. The helmet scene as in the scene where Cloud takes off his helmet and you see that it's Cloud. The live stream scene. I don't know why I'm calling it the helmet scene. I guess it's just the easiest, it's the easiest way to say exactly what I'm talking about. But I guess you'd call it the live stream scene. See you, Seffi. No way, there's a secret scene on disc 3 in the Shinra basement? Wow. I hope Sephiroth gives me some ice cream. And maybe a football. If I could get a football with ice cream, that would be sweet. Did you guys know that if you go back to the materia fountain on disc 3, the materia fountain like during the Nibelheim flashback, if you go all the way back to that point in Mount Nibel, nothing happens at all? What's up, Rudy? There is a materia there, actually. I think it's an elemental materia. I rarely ever go back. But a true rumor I found out is if you in the very beginning of the game, when you go backwards through that subway tunnel and fight all the guards, and they just like keep coming, and you can just keep fighting them until they until you decide to quit. If you fight exactly 97 of those battles, then when you get to this point, Barrett can equip the Sister Ray. It's pretty cool. He equips it himself and shoots diamond weapon. It's a cool, cool Easter egg. Why do I lie? I don't know. Why do I get like 3 messages a day asking me if that Eris revive thing is real? See, I played it all wrong. I should have made a video on April Fool's Day with Barrett holding the Sister Ray. I would have gotten 7 bajillion views. Instead, I just make actual content and, you know, everyone asks me if the Eris revive thing is real instead. I do Final Mix on Fridays. See you, Drex. Actual content. I want some April Fool's jokes. I made that video of the black materia. I was so tempted to like make it super secret hidden black materia found after all these years and have a thumbnail with a red circle and an arrow. But, you know, I stopped my YouTuber urges. I mean, I don't want to go on like a whole YouTube rant, but it really does make me laugh when I watch videos about the YouTube algorithm, and they say like, oh, well, if you don't make a thumbnail with big boobs and a circle and an arrow, then you'll just never get views. And you'll just, you know... And, like, people always defend themselves, like, oh, well, I have to make my stuff clickbaity or else no one will watch it. And I'm just like, I've only been doing this for 10 years and never made a clickbaity thing in my life, and I'm doing fine. So, although I do agree that sometimes you gotta do stuff like that, I'm living proof that it's not 100% necessary. It just cracks me up when people are like, I can't do it without, like, you guys don't understand. If I don't make it clickbaity, then no one will watch my video. It's like, yeah, you're full of crap. People will watch your video if it's good. I've been doing this for long enough. I've figured out that if you make good content, people will watch it. It doesn't matter what kind of stupid crap you do. It matters to a degree, but you can get away with it without, you know, it just, you know, I don't have anything against people that do that. It's just funny when people say, like, I have to. Like, no, you don't have to. You chose to. You don't have to. I'm living proof that you don't have to do that. It's just helpful, and therefore you do it. I made that guy berserk. I actually confused him and berserked him. That's pretty cool. And I don't think that makes me better than anybody else. You know, I'm not trying to say, like, you know, I'm better than somebody who's clickbaity. It's just, the only time that I get frustrated is when people say they have to. Like, oh, you'll never be a YouTuber unless you do this. You know, oh, you'll never be successful unless you do these 3 things. 1, big boobs. 2, clickbait. 3, circle in the thumbnail. Make sure the title is all capitals. And make sure you accept every sponsor possible, or else you'll never make enough money and you'll never be good at this, and no one will ever watch your content. And you got to make a diss track about all the haters, and it's like, no, you don't. You don't. You can do that, but you don't. You don't have to do that. You can just make good content and people will watch it. I promise. It's hard. It took me 10 years, but it's possible. You know? Maybe you don't have 10 years to waste. Maybe you gotta make the money now, and so you gotta make it clickbaity, and I totally get that, but you don't have to. It's not necessary. You know? What if people suck at creating good content? No words. No comment on that. Sounds like you hit the nail on the head. Not all people know what they're doing. Hey, I didn't know what I was doing when I started either. It took a lot of work to even do what I do now, which isn't as good as what some other people do, you know. I'm still relatively, like, I don't know, amateur. I'm like very, very slightly above amateur in terms of video editing. I'm not nearly as good as half the people on YouTube. And I've been doing it for a long time. It takes work, man. If I told you that I wasn't frustrated when somebody who has only been doing this for a few days gets big because they do something like an April Fool's joke or something like super gimmicky and clickbaity, then I'd be lying. It is frustrating when people aren't skilled and they just do something viral instead and get big that way. It sucks for people like me that have been doing it for so long and slowly worked up their skills up to a point where they're respected. But it happens. That's the way the internet is. Some people just win everything. You just gotta accept it. I get more sad, not for people like me, but people that are just really skilled, you know, people that are better than Hollywood at editing, and they don't get nearly the amount of views or money or just notoriety that other people get. I mean, I lived in a day and age where there was people like, you know, I don't know if I would say Hollywood level editing, but, you know, people that could edit together a video that looked just incredible, like better than anything you've seen on YouTube. And instead of them getting popular, people on Vine got popular, you know, like people that just took a still frame and put a still frame after it get like super duper popular, and then they move over to YouTube and they're popular on YouTube too. And it's like, yeah, but this is two different things. You can't get away with that crappy editing on YouTube. Well, actually you can. Why am I not? There we go. I don't know why that was more difficult than usual. What? Hello? This is supposed to be head left arm, is it not? Man, that was weird. I don't know why it just like wouldn't work for a while. Oh, I know why. Because it's on ×2. So pressing both buttons at the same time is twice as hard. That's why. I was like, man, I know I'm hitting the right button. Basically what you're saying is life sucks and it isn't fair. Maybe. And yeah. I think YouTube is a reflection of real life, you know? Just in the way that people get opportunities in real life that other people don't. It's the same way on YouTube. You just have to accept it and not let it bother you. If I let stuff like that bother me, I wouldn't have done this for 10 years with like 100 people watching, you know? I wouldn't have done it for 10 years without making a single penny if I let all that stuff get to me. You just got to do the thing you want to do, and if it goes good, great. If not, just enjoy it while it lasts. Can't let other people's popularity, you know, hinder your own. And I see that a lot, because I get a lot of people that ask me, like, you know, oh, how can I get big? It's like, well, there's not exactly a formula. And then they say stuff like, yeah, but these little kids get popular on Vine and I can't even get popular, you know. It's like, yeah, well, you can't let that bother you, because that's just the way it is. It's kind of like if you go interview for a job and somebody else gets it. You can't let that bother you, like, oh, I'm bad, or oh, I'll never get a job. Like, you just have to keep trying. Yeah, I agree. I mean, that's always been my thing, is that my goal shouldn't be to be popular. But that's more of a personal thing. For me, it's a personal thing. For me, I just don't care to be popular. I do this because I want to do it. And it was never supposed to be my living, you know, what I did for a living, and it just happened to happen that way, and now it's amazing and incredible. But it's not like I got into it wanting to make money or wanting to be popular. So for me, it's just personally not my goal. But I think anybody, even if they're trying to make money doing this, like even if they set out to be like, I'm going to be a YouTuber, I think your number one priority shouldn't be to be popular. I agree. I don't think that's how you do it. I think you work on setting your own community and setting your own goals and what you want to accomplish, and then you let the popularity come afterwards. I don't think your goal should, because too many people, their goal is to get popular, so they just try to like clickbait, and then they get there and then they're like, what do I do now? You know, nobody likes me for me, they just like me for that one video I made that got popular. And then they try to do other stuff and fail. So getting off this train we on. Oh, I gotta go talk to Sheriff. But yeah, like I said, for me, it was never supposed to be that way, and that was never my goal, and still isn't my goal. I do this for you guys. I do this for my personal community. I don't do it to get popular. That's why my videos are very cut and dry and to the point, and no sponsorships and no, you know, screwing around and all that jazz and clickbait and all caps titles. And I've done all caps titles before, but only when it was actually fitting. But yeah, you know, that's why my content is that way. It's not because I'm trying to make a point and not trying to say, oh, clickbait people are bad or anything. It's just the way I do things. But even if you're somebody who is trying to make a living off of YouTube and not as much, you know, worried about your own principles, but just trying to make as much money as possible, I still don't think it's a good idea to make your number one priority to get popular. I think You need to make a community that works around you, and then you need to make your own goals and guidelines so that you follow them and you're not always straying to different sides. You can't start off saying, you know, oh, I'm going to be this kind of content, and then like immediately change it, or oh, I'm going to be, you know, I'm not going to take sponsorships. I'm going to work all off of my own and then like take a sponsorship the next day. Like, you have to set your own guidelines and principles, and they can certainly change down the road, but you have to follow your own, you know, you can't just listen to what everyone else says or do exactly what everyone else is doing, or you have to come up with your own way, whatever that is. It's got to be your own, and then make a community around that. Make sure your community is happy with what you're doing, and then you branch out. You can't just, if you just upload a video and it's like, I'm gonna make this thing huge, and then everyone comes and then they're like, there's no community, we don't care about you, we just care about the video. And that's when you see these channels have like one video that has like 1 million views and then everything else has nothing, because they didn't make the community first. For me, like I said, that was automatic though, because I did this for the community first. Because back when I did this, no one was making money off YouTube. So for me, it was automatic. It was, oh, I just want to play games with my friends, and then my friends became this community. So it was easy for me. Nowadays, it's probably a lot harder. It's probably harder to not give in to clickbait and sponsors, and not. I keep saying sponsors. Sponsors aren't bad. It's just, you know, that comes with the territory, but it's not like taking a sponsor is bad. But yeah, it's hard not to get sucked in. It's like you start a Twitch channel, and it's like, okay, what games am I gonna play? Well, if I play anything other than Fortnite or League of Legends, I'm probably just gonna die, you know. And it's the sad truth of the thing. Unless you already have a community, or you start building a community well, or you work at it for a very long time, you can't just start with Final Fantasy VII, you can't just start with Bubsy 3D, you can't just start with speedruns of Elder Scrolls and just like blow up, you know, it takes time. So unless you just throw up Fortnite and get lucky, you're not gonna see this intense growth that you're like expecting, that so many people seem to expect. If Mountain Dew sponsored me, I'd die. Same. Same. But yeah, I don't think it's gotten any easier. Let's put it that way. Nice. We got Vincent and Sid. That's a nice change of scenery. Got some different characters for once. I don't know. Yeah, it's funny. Like, I don't think it's fair that some people just like blow up and get popular while other people work and work and work and stay stagnant. But at the same time, I feel like that's just the way of the world. I don't think that's the internet's fault. I don't think that's anyone's fault. I don't think it's the people's fault either, you know? Like when a kid starts his Twitch channel and plays Fortnite and somehow makes it big. Either he's just really good at the game, or he gets rated and popular for, or like a meme happens and he just gets popular. Whatever happens, where this kid that, you know, is either skilled or not skilled, just overnight gets popular. I don't feel like it's their fault. You know, I don't feel like it's up to us to be like, wow, that kid's such a phony, you know, he got popular over nothing. I wish I could do that. What a phony. And and hate them for it. I think we should be happy for them that it happened for them. It's almost like if your neighbor won the lottery, you wouldn't be like, wow, I hate you, John. Can't believe you won the lottery. Yeah, you're such a jerk. I can't believe you won the lottery. Like, you'd be happy for them. But it seems different on the internet. It seems like everybody is very angry and judgmental of people when they get popular. And yeah, sometimes it's because they use the popularity wrong, or sometimes they get popular over something, they do the clickbait thing and really sell it out, and that's something that you can kind of look at them and be mad over. But sometimes I see these posts where it's like, wow, this kid got popular just playing Fortnite, and here I am doing the same thing he is, and I'm not popular. I hate this guy. And it's like, well, I don't know. I feel like you should be happy for them. They made it, So I don't know. If, like I said before, if I told you right now that I've never been jealous of people that get to where I am now overnight, whereas I had to work 10 years for it, I'd probably be lying. But most of the time, I don't feel jealous of other people, because the work that I did for 10 years was all in fun. I didn't make money. I didn't need to make money. I was working another job. It was just my hobby. It wasn't like I worked for 10 years and grinded and tried to make money over that entire period. It was just for fun. And then when I did finally start making money, it just kind of fell into me just being with my community and enjoying games. So for me, I'm not very jealous of people that win overnight, because I think the journey was better. If I had gotten popular overnight, I wouldn't have the community I have now. I wouldn't have the history I have now. I wouldn't be able to bring up a video from 8 years ago and say, oh, look at what we were doing 8 years ago, and celebrate all these different milestones we've made, and reminisce, meet old people like Snipes and people that I knew when I was 16 years old, and then they appear later, and we can say, oh man, remember the days back when we were making Call of Duty videos and stuff. Like, I wouldn't have all that. All I would have is a bunch of kids who barely know who I am, who want to watch me for one specific reason, and if I don't do that one specific thing, they all leave. And I don't know if I could be a Twitch streamer if that had happened to me. I think I would get burned out really fast. I see a lot of big streamers get burned out. Like, a lot of big streamers get burned out. I know a Kingdom Hearts runner who really only people watch him when he runs Kingdom Hearts. I know I've known several big Fortnite and streamers, and them when if they're not playing that specific game that everyone wants them to play, no one comes, and so it's got to be rough. It's got to be hard not to burn out. I'm so fortunate that I cannot burn out, It's impossible for me to burn out, because no matter what stupid crap I play, Listen. I literally played, if you're on YouTube and you don't watch the stream very often, I literally played Bubsy 3D 100% the other day, and everyone was here. Everyone showed up, and they were like, this is awful, but we're here for you. So I cannot push you away no matter how hard I try. It's impossible at this point. You're going to be here through the thick and the thin. If you could sit through Bubsy 3D, if you could sit through me playing the same Superman 64 level 5 times because the game crashed all 5 times, then you're not going anywhere, you know? And that's so, I'm so incredibly fortunate to have that, because and I make that statement because I've had people come in here before and tell me, like, you know, why don't you get super popular? Why don't you make clickbaity videos? Why don't you play Fortnite? Why don't you play League of Legends and get super popular and make tons of money? Because that wouldn't be a good choice for me. I wouldn't have this community that follows me wherever I go. I would have this, I don't want to say fake, because I feel like some of those streamers are great and they're not fake. They just happen to be really good at that game, and it works for them, you know? Holy cow, Dreggit with the 5 gifted subs. Holy cow. I'm going to pause those for a second while I'm talking, but thank you so much. But yeah, I wouldn't have the integrity I have now, and I wouldn't have the community I have now, and I wouldn't want it any other way. It's sad when people come in here and think that that's the way to go. I think that kids getting into YouTube and Twitch now think that that's the way it's supposed to be, because that's what they see. They go on YouTube or they go on Twitch, and in Twitch their algorithm shows those people first, and YouTube, their algorithm shows those people first, and so that's what they see. They see these people that just tried to make the one thing that they do as popular as possible, and so they think that's the only way they can do it, is to play the newest hot game and be the best at it. That's the only way they're gonna make it, you know. And if I could do anything for YouTube or Twitch, if I could change YouTube or Twitch in any way, if I could be, you know, a talking point for either of these websites, I would want to be the guy that has proven that you can do it without being that way. I want to be the guy that proves that you can just grind it and work at it and be a streamer and a YouTuber that just does what they want to do and does what their community wants them to do, and creates a community and just loves on everybody and appreciates all of the support they get, and just play games, just do whatever they want to do, just come up with a strategy, come up with a show. You know, it's not that I do anything I want to do, but 48 Live is a conglomeration of what I like to do and what you guys like to see me do. And it's a show. It's a show where we do special events, and it's all stuff that we want to see that's just fun and enjoyable. It's not going to the next best game or doing what everyone else does. It's like exactly what we want to do. It's like, oh, today we want to play Bubsy 3D. Literally no one's talking about Bubsy 3D, but we want to do it, so we're doing it. And I want to be living proof that that's possible, that we can make, that kids can make it that way. Kids can have a Twitch channel and just do the stuff that they love to do. And not even Twitch, but anything, you know? You can just do anything it is you want to do in life, and if you grind it enough, you'll make it. That's what I want to show people. I want people to know that they don't have to throw away everything they want to do because this guy got popular doing this specific thing, and so I got to do that specific thing. And that carries to so many things, even your personal look. You know, you don't have to look like the popular kids at school in order for people to like you. You can look the way that you want to look, and it attaches to everything in life, whether or not it's your job, whether or not it's your personality, whether or not it's your look. Just like, I don't know if be yourself is exactly what I mean, but do what you think is right. Don't just look at the next best popular thing and copy it and just, you know, go do that. And if that's what you want to do, that's great, but you don't have to. You know, that's my point, is that you don't have to. A lot of kids seem to think now that that's what you have to do. You have to do what's popular. You have to buy the popular shoe. You gotta stream the popular game. You gotta wear the popular clothes, or else you're not gonna fit in and everyone's gonna hate you. And I just don't, you know, I don't think that's true. I think that if you want to do that and it works for you and you like that, sweet. But don't fake it. Don't fake it. Don't start a Fortnite stream hating Fortnite. Start a Fortnite stream just because it's the game, you know, and be like, I'm going to get popular playing Fortnite. Because what's going to happen is people are going to watch you and realize that you hate the game and not want to watch you because you're not having fun, you know. You can't just fake it. You can't. People are going to catch on. People are going to know this guy doesn't like Fortnite. He's just playing it because it's Fortnite. And, you know, we're going to watch someone who's actually passionate about the game. And so you can't fake it. If you're not that type of person, if you don't enjoy that, do what you enjoy instead. Do the thing that you want to do. If you grind at it long enough, it'll work for you, I promise. Sometimes you can't grind that long, and that sucks, and that's just the way life is. Sometimes, you know, yeah, I want to be a Final Fantasy VII streamer, it's my favorite game, but the time it's going to take me to get to the point where I can, you know, feed my family is just not, it's not going to happen. It sucks, man, and I hate to hear stuff like that. I wish it wasn't that way. I wish everyone that streamed the game that they loved could get popular, but it's just not the way it is. But I'd like to be a shining beacon of, yes, it is possible. It's hard. It's going to beat the crap out of you. You know, you might not make it, but it's possible. You can play whatever the heck you want, you know, however you want, and you can make it. So I hope that people understand that in the future. I have a lot of people to thank, and I have to also get food. So we're gonna take a break from the Chaos Challenge, and we'll get right back to it in a few minutes. How many? We got so many people to thank. Look at this. We got Dregit with 10 gifted subs. We got Zycleon with the 100 bits. We got Fried Zombie with the gifted sub to Sora. We got Solly with the gifted sub to Paradiddles. We got Zace with the brand new Twitch Prime. Let's see, who are all these gifted subs? Liam, Jurikit, Singular Collapse, Gaz, Cephella, The Licks. No, that's not The Licks. That's The Lee. Captain Nerd, Dimly, Osiris. He's here. Renegade, Comic Kid. Ooh, Dregit with the gifted sub to Comic Kid for his 1 year. He gave Comic Kid his 1 year. Congrats. What am I getting? Probably soup, because my throat's starting to hurt from all this talking. Can I add something? Oh yeah. But hurry, because I'm about to leave. Trying to see if anyone else asked me any questions in here. I don't see any other at Death Unites Us, but Masindis asked if I like Final Fantasy VIII. Yeah, I like Final Fantasy VIII. Thanks, Awful Falafel. I appreciate that. What kind of soup? I will tell you when I bring it back. I don't know what I have. Arrow said, let everyone know their lives is not worth ending over Twitch. I'm sure you remember my story. Yeah, I mean, I remember, let me pause this really quick. I remember a story I read about this guy who was streaming, and I felt so bad for him. He streamed like every day. He lost like all of his friends because he just did nothing but stream. He lost his girlfriend because he did like nothing but stream, and he was trying everything and anything to get popular, and not because he wanted to be popular, but because he wanted to do it as a living. It wasn't like he wanted to be Fortnite guy. It was because he wanted to make enough money just to pay for his apartment, you know. And he just tried everything he possibly could, and nothing was working. He tried playing the popular games. He tried playing the games as soon as they came out. He tried webcam. He tried green screen. He tried, you know, playing niche games. He tried everything he could, and it just didn't work out. And he made some video. I wish I had saved it. He made some video saying, like, you know, don't kill yourself over Twitch. Like, if you want to try Twitch, try it, but don't, you know. And pretty much the same thing I've always told people is, if it doesn't happen, don't make it happen. Like, stream, enjoy it, do what you want to do. Don't get into it for the money. Just don't. Just do not. Just do it. If the money happens, great. But don't make this like journey quest to try. I mean, trying to do Twitch for a living is the same as like trying to be a professional baseball player without having any backup plan. Like, it's just not something that you want to do. It's just not. It's not a smart decision. You do not want to just, you know, head first into Twitch and YouTube without having some kind of backup plan. You know, they tell you in school, like, okay, if you have some kind of crazy goal, go for it, but make sure you have a backup plan. They need to start telling kids the same about YouTube and Twitch. You need to say, listen, YouTube and Twitch sounds easy, but the amount of people that get popular versus the amount of people that don't is pretty similar to like a professional sport where, you know, the top 0.1% make that money and everyone else doesn't. So you got to have a backup plan. You can't just go in head first. And that's what he did. He went in head first. He didn't have a backup plan, lost everything, had to start from scratch, and that sucks, you know. And Arrow brings up a good point. You have to make sure you know how risky it is before you get into it. You have to, you know. You can't go into it just thinking, you know, oh, this is going to be great. I'm going to make money playing video games. You have to go into it like a professional sport. You have to go into it like, I have a very small chance of this being my living. I have a great chance of making some money, having fun. You know, this could be my new hobby. Go into it as a hobby. You know, you don't go into it as if it's going to happen, and have a backup plan. Like I said before, I was lucky. I never had the idea of making money doing this, because back when I did it, there was no money in it. So that was never my thought process whatsoever, was I'm going to make money doing this. I got into it strictly for the fun and strictly for my enjoyment of editing videos and meeting new people on the internet. That's the only reason I ever did this. And that lasted 10 years, and then money happened, and I said, I can do this for a living, and quit my terrible job that I hate. So it's always been about that for me. It's always been because I didn't even know it was possible until it just happened. You know, saying that I didn't have a backup plan is moot. It was not even a plan to begin with. I already had a job, you know. So yeah. But if you're getting into it, you know, if you're graduating high school, graduating college, and you make that decision, I'm going to try it, man, have a backup plan. Please. please have a backup plan. All right, continue these now. I don't even remember when we started. Well, what started this conversation? Did I thank Cycleon yet? Thank you for the 100-bit Cycleon. Oh, wait, there was 2 of them. Okay, thank you for the second one. And thanks to Karu for the 80 bits. I read that comment. I appreciate it. Yeah, stepping away from the whole like making money thing. It can be rough being a small-time streamer. Like, not talking about money, not talking about doing it as a living, just talking about, like, being a small streamer. There's that year sub. Congrats, Comic, on the year. Being a small-time streamer can be really hard because when you don't have anyone in your chat, there's like nothing to work on, like nothing to bounce off of, I guess. And it gets really difficult. I remember when I started on Twitch, you know, we had so many nights. What's funny though, what's funny for me personally, you know, I've known a lot of streamers that stream and they have like one person in their chat and it's just really hard to keep a conversation going. But personally for me, back when I streamed for about 10 people, that was like the greatest time of Twitch for me. Like, it was so much fun. I'll never forget those days. I'll never forget those days of playing Doom with like JRM, Tropton, Irvin, Miss Crixie, Snipes, and Subs in my chat. And that was it. It was just us playing Doom and talking about who knows what. Talking about like the weirdest crap and just playing Doom for no reason. And like that was so much fun. It was so much fun just to like chat with people. And you know, I hope to capture that feeling again with more people. But hey, thanks, Draggit. That means so much to me. And thank you so much for the gifted subs. It means a lot. You enjoy that, 14. Burn off that steam. If you need help burning off your steam, let me know. We can play something or something. I failed the Turing test. Thank you so much for the sub. Appreciate it a lot. Yeah, there's definitely a fall off point. But I've thought a lot about it, and I think where we are now, and I mean, I know that there's some, you know, this isn't 100% true. Like, I might look back on this in a couple years and disagree with myself. But given what I know about Twitch, given what I've learned over 10 years of doing this, I can confidently tell you that I do not think I will ever get to the point where I can't talk to chat. And I mean that from like the bottom of my heart. I am not saying that just to like, you know, keep people around or anything. I truly mean that, given what I know. And this is why. I've followed a lot of different Twitch streamers, and I've followed streamers that can't keep up with chat. I've kept up with streamers that can keep up with their chat. And the boiling point tends to be mixed. If you have, like, I know somebody who gets like 400 to 500 viewers, but they play a game that does not interact with chat as much, and they're more focused on the game than chat, and they don't have a community. They don't have a Discord. They don't have anything like that. So for them, it's more about the game and less about the chat. So that 500 breakpoint is pretty much where like they can't talk to chat much at all. I also know a streamer who's all about their community, always playing games that are interactive with chat, and always talking to their chat constantly tweeting to their chat, has a Discord, has people on his stream all the time, is very, very included in his community. And he gets upwards of 800 viewers, and he can still keep up with chat. Because the way his chat works, the people that are talking, like right now, when we play Final Fantasy VII, we have like 100-ish viewers, but only like 10 or so talk at a time. A lot are lurkers. A lot of people just know when to talk and when not to talk because it's a community and they understand when to talk. So he can have 600 viewers not in slow mode and still talk to every individual person. Every time I go there, I get a, hey, how's it going, Death? You know, if I just say hi, he still sees it. So that's point number one. If you have a community and you have a community that understands how to work chat and not just spam memes, you can get upwards of 600 viewers and you will not miss a single person. For the most part. Even I miss people sometimes, but that's just the way it goes. But for the most part, you won't miss people. Oh yeah, randoms too. Like he knows, he sees everybody. But here's the second reason. The second reason is that given what I do in the games I play, I don't expect to ever get up to that point. And that might sound like self-defeating or something, but it's just the way that Twitch is. If you're not playing newer games, or you're not playing the same game a lot, or you're not a speedrunner who speedruns a specific type of game, if you're a variety streamer, like a true variety streamer, you just don't get that high. You just don't. You have your own community, and then you get people that pop in and pop out depending on what you're playing because you're a variety streamer. You have to be so huge that no matter what you play, people are watching all the time in order to get, you know, I mean, I'm talking like your 10,000 viewers every stream kind of streamer, in order to be able to do that. For someone like me, unless I built up that community and then became a variety streamer, I'm just never going to get to that point. At least I don't feel like I am. So I don't think we'll ever have that problem, is the point I'm trying to make. I don't think we'll ever get to the point where it's so, you know, like that. And even if we did, I would make ways around it, but I'm not even going to go into that because I don't think it will ever happen. I think we will always be this community. I think this community will continue to grow, continue to lower, continue to higher. We'll go up to whatever, down, back, up, down. You know, I think we'll always stay around here. As things get bigger, people will talk less. I mean, I think that it will always even itself out. The only way that it would get to the point where it would be, I can't even keep up with chat anymore, is if I stopped being a variety streamer, or I got to like the 10,000 viewer every stream kind of thing, and that's just, I just don't think it's going to happen. So, that's just my personal throw at that. I after doing this for so long, you have to be a certain type of person. You have to be that person that's going out and getting the games right when they come out, and you have to be that guy that everyone wants to see play that new game, and you have to, you know, not have a family as much and more of just hunker down and stream as constant as, you know. You can't have, you know, days off, and it's I don't know. I just don't think it's ever going to get to that point. And if it does, then I have ideas around it. But, you know, that's just my throw at it. I don't think it's ever going to get to the point where you guys have to worry. But, you know, we'll see. The only time I could ever see that happening is when the remake comes out. If everyone, like, comes to the stream to watch me play the remake. You might not be able to chat then. But even then, if you at me, I'm always going to read it. So that's the thing. Like, I will stop the stream and just read all my ats if I have to, you know. So if you at me something, I'm always going to read it. So that's just the way it is, and that's the way it's going to stay. read this? Never. Eris dies in the remake? You heathen. Alright, let me go get some food. I'll be back. We'll continue this challenge. Make sure you like, subscribe to my channel, subscribe to my other channel, pay me money on Patreon, give gifted subs. Everybody sub to the channel. Go buy some Ritz. They're my sponsor. Share this video. 5 likes. Make new accounts and give me likes. You know, all the normal stuff. Oh, and buy my shirts. I got shirts. We're going to have hats soon, shoes, necklaces, earrings. Buy your wife one, buy your mom one. I got hoodies. Make sure you buy those. If we get 1,000 subscribers, I will play Fortnite.